Welcome back to Adri's farmhouse kitchen. Today is the day. I am putting the first seed of 2026 in that compost. So if you've seen my previous vlog, I have detailed nicely week by week what we are going to sow in January. So today we are going to sow some peas, onions and leek. I've got the compost here, it's fairly dry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some water on it. Like this. And make it a bit moist. Because seed won't germinate in dry compost. Needs to be moist. Again, not too wet, because then can rot. So it's that balance. You know. And because I'm going to put them in heated propagators today, I need to keep my eye, make sure they don't dry out, and water them. What I usually do, I usually spray. I need to find my little sprayer. That's the only thing I forgot about, you know, like now I started doing and talk about it. I remember all the bits and bobs involved with this seed sowing malarkey, friends. So yeah, you know, I know I'm close when I try to make like a ball and it sticks to it and not gonna fall apart. So I think I'm just going to put just a little bit more. It's like playing in the sand, gardening is. I've never done this in a house, but I have decided to do it in a house today because the potting shed is not ready. It's too cold out there, it's windy. So I have decided to do it here. And I think I've made the right decision, because otherwise I would have had to bring everything in from the potting shed. It's quite far away. So, and doing it here, we can straight put it in place in a heated propagator, as I will show you around in a minute. Okay, so I think our compost, it's ready, friends. I've got the labels ready, the plant labels with all the varieties. I'm just gonna grab some scissors in a minute. Perfect. That is perfect. And we're going to fill these trays. So I'm going to start with a Sugar Snap pea sugar lace. I like these deep planters. You can take them apart like this and you can put them together and fill it up. So because the pea has got a long root system, I like to plant them into these ones. Sowing seeds, it's one of the easiest part in gardening. You only need to remember a few bits and bobs. You don't really want those seeds to go too deep. Usually double, max twice the size under the compost. It all depends on the seeds. Some seeds need light to germinate, like celery, celeriac. Those are very, very tiny seeds. I'm gonna push this down and we're gonna water it in again in a minute. Put the label in, so important, and that's what we're gonna do first. So I'm just going to fill all in, and I'll bring you back when we're going to sow the peas. I'll put the peas in the compost, friends. I don't want to put too much because then it opens this up. I think we can put this actually on a heated mat. Okay, we're finally ready to sow some seeds. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put 3 peas in each little module. So 1, 2, 3. I've just locked up the turkeys and the chickens and checked on the kittens. I've let both out now. They play together and I've just fed them. We've had lunch. I'm gonna do sandwiches for dinner tonight. I'm just going to cover this back up with some compost. Not too much. We still got some leftovers, so I keep that safe. And that's it. I'm going to cover this up. I think I gotta go back to the grow room to get the cover for this. Or we can maybe use this one over there. The new propagator I've just bought got a similar size cover. And we're not gonna use that today, so I might actually use that. So I just cover it nicely, about an inch, half an inch. Because these seeds are quite big, so they are fine. And when they're gonna send or develop roots, they'll push up those heavy seeds, so they can be sown a bit deeper. So an opposite, hello Sandy, of the onion seeds we're gonna sow next. Onion seeds are tiny, tiny little black seeds. Okay, just push it on down a bit like that. And we're good. And just leave it in here. This is the heat mat. I'm gonna turn that back on. I turned it off because I thought I won't be using it, but I think I'm gonna use it with the pea. Okay, next we can do the perennial onion red bunching. I'm gonna use all these seeds up because there's not much seed in there. Look how tiny they are, the onion seeds. Can you see? The little tiny seeds. So I'm just literally going to sprinkle that on the top of here. Just like that. Just sprinkle it all over the place. And very lightly dust it and cover it back up. Just like that. And then push down on it. And that's it. And it's got this cute little cover on it. Look. Can we push it more down? No. So we might have to do that on a side like that. Perfect. Look how cute this is. And it's got its own little heated propagator right here. Look. How cute is that? Okay, so I'm just gonna do next. We're gonna do the long red Florence. And that's what we've just done, the red bunching, perennial onion, and the sugar snap peas. Right, again, not a lot of seed in this one neither. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna sprinkle it all over the place. And again, just cover it lightly like this. I put the plant label like that, so I can put the top on it. But I need to remember to come back in the end and give a good sprinkle of water. Next, let's do the spring onion, purplet. So we do the same. They all look the same, all these seeds. You can't even see the seeds on this compost because they look the same color nearly. So just cover it back up like this. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna use these little module trays next to do the rest of it. So it's gonna be the shallot and 2 different varieties of the leek. So we're gonna do the shallot first. The zebruni, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm just pushing down on this like that and sprinkle the shallot seed all over the place like this and cover it back up. Okay, next we're gonna do the elephant leek. That's here. We're nearly finished, friends, for this week. And see you back in week 3, where we're going to sow some more seeds. That's the other variety of the leek. I need to be now very mindful of, I think I've been sowing too many of these. I don't need this. Honestly, do not need this much. I only need probably 1% of what I'm sowing. So that's what I need to be actually better at, because I am making the same mistakes again what I didn't want to make. Just doing myself more job what I don't need, and I would enjoy it a lot more if I would only plant what I really need, friends. Do you know what I mean? So keep this one for next time with the peas. I managed to sow the rest. So I'm just gonna keep the pack now, tidy up, put this to the bin. I put this in the heated propagators, give them a good water, and we're good to go. I put that over here on a windowsill. That's another new one this year for me. Just goes in there, nice and cozy, and the lid goes on the top. I can adjust in here, so let some air in or not. But how cool is that? And this will go over here behind the fridge to this heated propagator for me. And it's now all plugged in, ready to go. time for dinner now, and it's no better way to use up this beautiful roasted gammon than make like sandwich. So what I've done, I've just sliced up our beautiful sandwich bread we've made a couple of days ago, and I'm just going to place kind of evenly these gammon what I sliced up. I still got some leftover of that sweet sausage, smoked sausage from the soup making project, so I thought might as well we can put that on it as well, like this. Use these up, and next I've boiled some eggs, farm fresh eggs, slice them up, and we can put them nicely there like this. Already looking so cool. And then I had some gherkins already opened in a fridge from the project from Christmas when we made the cold potato salad. So I thought that needs to be used up. So we're gonna put that on it as well. We usually make very similar sandwich to this as a New Year's Eve snack in my culture in Hungary. So we're gonna do that now. Because I've never done that on Christmas Eve because we had so much food and I just didn't want to make extra, because I knew we're gonna do the pantry challenge and we already have so much needs to be used up, and it just worked out that actually it would be a perfect day to do it now. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna add the gherkins, a couple of slices each, like that. So yummy. Also what I have done, what again a little bit of a twist on our Easter dish what we make as well, that I've just peeled and sliced the shallots and I've put some salt on it and some vinegar. And what I'm going to do, put that on it as well. This would be even better if it could stay like this overnight, but if I just put just a little bit on it, just like an extra flavor, and leave the rest in a fridge, that's perfect. It's looking fantastic. And last but not least, a grated cheese on top, just like that. And our beautiful sandwiches for dinner tonight. It's done. There's just one more thing to do. I'm just going to sprinkle some paprika powder on top. Just gives it a little bit of a touch. Extra flavor and extra like a pretty look. And look at these sandwiches. I'm just gonna leave them like that, single sandwiches. So we made 6. I reckon we can have some for tomorrow as well. So when all comes in, I'll be very happy to find these sandwiches to eat. All right, well, thank you so much for spending time with me today. We started now our seed sowing, what is really exciting. And we managed to make a quick dinner as well. Next couple of vlogs we're gonna carry on doing the pantry challenge and a seed sowing. But I'll hope you have a wonderful day and see you very soon. Bye friends!